in line for the start. Flag is up. And they're away in the Milfern Cup. And Worried Man goes for the early lead. Witham is next. Then comes Class Indian Short Shrift as they come to the first of 14 and come to the tower with Worried Man on the lead. Witham is next. Class Indian there in third. Dr. Wheat is fourth. Then comes John Wyatt, followed by Short Shrift and Perfect Edge as they take fence 2 of 14 and come under the wire for the first of 3 times. It's Worried Man on the lead. Witham next. Then comes Dr. Wheat. John Wyatt, Class Indian to the outside. Perfect Edge. And Short Shrift is at the back as they head to the back straight now and have a look at brush fence 3. Worried Man as the lead by 2.5. Witham is next. Dr. Wheat there in third. Class Indian is fourth. About 5 off the lead. Then John Wyatt, Perfect Edge, and Short Shrift is seventh. As they move on now to the back straight. Over the 5th and down the back straight they go as we see him there on the monitor. The Jumbotron in the infield shows Worried Man still on the lead as they make their way across the top of the hill there. Worried Man, Witham is next. Dr. Wheat there in third. Then comes Class Indian. John Wyatt on the outside. Perfect Edge and Short Shrift. As they make the right-hand turn now behind the trees as we see him coming up the slope there. And that's Class Indian. Although these angles can be tricky, Class Indian appears to have taken the lead there on the back straight. We'll catch them as they come into view at the top of the straight. And Class Indian has emerged on the lead by about 5. Worried Man is next. Then comes Witham. Dr. Wheat there in fourth. Then Perfect Edge, followed by John Wyatt and Short Shrift. Halfway home now in the Milfern Cup. Once more under the wire to go, and Class Indian is your leader by 3. Worried Man is next, then comes Witham in third. Dr. Wheat is next. Perfect Edge about 6 behind the leader. Then John Wyatt and Short Shrift is 7th, but only about 6 off the lead as these 7 runners make the final circuit in the Milfern Cup. Class Indian over that one and on the lead by 2.5. Worried Man and Witham, they're there together. Just behind them, Perfect Edge is 4th. Dr. Wheat to the outside 5th. Short Shrift now 6th, and John Wyatt is back to 7th as they head to the back straight for the final time. Class Indian, the gray, on the lead by a length and a quarter as they make the right-hand turn and head behind the trees. Class Indian, the leader. Worried Man next. And Witham remains right there. Then comes Dr. Wheat, Perfect Edge, John Wyatt, Short Shrift as they make their way along the top of the hill now. Back into the trees. Class Indian is the leader. Worried Man is next. Then comes Witham as they come up the hill now. They'll come to fences 13 and 14 and make the run to the wire. And up the hill they come now. In view at the top of the straight. Still Class Indian with the lead. Worried Man is next. Perfect Edge there in third now. 3 back to Dr. Wheat. Then we go to Witham, John Wyatt, and Short Shrift. Here they come now. 2 fences from home. Class Indian has the lead. Worried Man is next. 3 back to Perfect Edge. Then comes Dr. Wheat. 14th and final. Class Indian in front. Worried Man will try to gain some ground over this fence. Here's the run to the wire. Class Indian has the lead. Worried Man on the inside may be up in time. It'll be very close here in the opener.
Wolf here with Richard Boucher, the winning jockey for the first race today. Richard, tell me what's going through your mind right now.
Well, that was exciting. He settled in nicely once he got to the front. He was a little keen in behind. But we're trying to all savor them a little bit because the ground's so soft. But he ran on well in the end and held off the challenges.
And it's all in the family for the winner of the first race. I'm here with Lila Boucher. She is the trainer of this horse and actually the jockey's wife, too. So it's really a family affair.
Yes, it is. And this horse is owned by Mignon Smith, who's been an owner of ours for 19 years. And so that's kind of like family. and it's good to see it's a homebred, which is a little more difficult because you have to raise them up since they're babies, and it's always a pleasure when one comes out and does well for her.
Moving in line for the start. Flag is up. And they're off. In the Thompson Memorial Steeplechase, Roman Glory. Now Port Moresby is moved up. Parker's Project next, Grinding Speed, and Ballet Boy as they jump the first of 14. Port Moresby will lead him to the second. Parker's Project is next. Roman Glory on the inside. Grand Tour is next, then Grinding Speed, followed by Ballet Boy and Saluda Sam, first of 3 times under the wire. Right-hand turn to the back straight, and Port Moresby is the leader by 2 over Parker's Project. Then comes Ballet Boy in third, Roman Glory is fourth, and Grand Tour bouncing along between horses in fifth. Grinding Speed is next, and Saluda Sam is seventh. As they jump the fourth and head to the back straight. Port Moresby is your leader as they take that hurdle at the top of the back straight, about 5 to Parker's Project as they head behind the trees, pick them up on the Jumbotron there with Port Moresby the leader. Roman Glory is next. In view briefly along the top of the hill. Port Moresby, Roman Glory, Parker's Project, Ballet Boy is next, and then comes Grand Tour as they continue around the turn now. Behind the trees, and you see the green cap there of Port Moresby, the leader, as they make the turn and come up the hill to the top of the straight. Parker's Project next, and then comes Roman Glory next in third. Ballet Boy, Saluda Sam, Grinding Speed as they come up the hill now. They'll make the right-hand turn in view at the top of the straight. Port Moresby is your leader with Roman Glory there in second, and then comes Ballet Boy as they take the 7th now, halfway home in the Thompson, and they'll come to the wire for the second time with Port Moresby, the leader by 2.5. Ballet Boy is next, Roman Glory, Parker's Project next over. Then comes Grand Tour, followed by Grinding Speed, and Saluda Sam at the back in 7th as they come under the wire for the second time and make the right-hand turn to the back straight. Final loop here, and Port Moresby is on the lead by 2.5 over Ballet Boy. Then comes Grand Tour in 3rd, Roman Glory next 4th, and Grinding Speed is 5th. Saluda Sam has moved up a bit. Parker's Project now back to 7th as they turn and head towards the back straight for the final time. Port Moresby has the lead, 2.5 to the good of Ballet Boy. Grand Tour, 5 off the pace in 3rd. Roman Glory is next, and then comes Grinding Speed. Parker's Project and Saluda Sam as they move along the top of the ridge there on the back straight. Port Moresby still on the lead now. 3 fences from home, Port Moresby has the lead. Saluda Sam has gained. Grinding Speed is next as they come up the hill now and make the right-hand turn. Coming now up the hill, Saluda Sam in the gold colors is challenging for the lead with Grand Tour, Port Moresby. Then comes Ballet Boy as they come into view now at the top of the straight. 3 of them heads apart. Saluda Sam. Grand Tour to the inside. Parker's Project is reemerged as a factor here as well. They come now to the 13th. And 4 of them all together now. Saluda Sam, Parker's Project on the inside with the red cap. Grand Tour is next. Ballet Boy quickly now at the final. 14th and final jump. Ballet Boy first over. On the outside, Port Moresby comes back as well. On the inside, Grand Tour. Ballet Boy.
Now by Barbara and Charles Knoll. They are part of a group of owners of Ballet Boy. Congratulations to both of you. Tell me a little bit about what's going through your mind right now.
Well, it's just nice to see this horse win. He's had a lot of physical issues, breathing, and to have him come back here and have a poor race after last year is just wonderful to win. And we bought this horse in Ireland with a group of us on a trip. So to have an Irish jockey and win, special moment.
Turning to face the starter. And they're away in the Radnor Hunt Cup, off on a journey of 22 fences and all the way well, just ported. For the lead, Scuba Steve is next. Then comes Freeboard, Big Bad Joe, Music to My Ears, and Determined Stand as they take the first of 22 and come to us for the first of 4 times under the wire. Scuba Steve has the lead. Just ported is next. Big Bad Joe. As they come underneath us now, Freeboard is next, then Music to My Ears. Followed by Determined Stand as they make the right-hand turn and head to the back straight. 6 more to Boncato, then One Wild Bird and Brand's Hatch. As the 9 string out and head to the back straight for the first time. Scuba Steve on the lead by 3. Big Bad Joe is next and Just Port It is third. Then comes Freeboard, a gap of 2.5. Music to My Ears, 5 more to Determined Stand. Then Boncato, One Wild Bird. Last but one in Brands Hatch, last of all, as they head down the back straight for the first time. Scuba Steve, about 3 to the good of Just Port It. Big Bad Joe is next. Then comes Freeboard as they head behind the woods now. We pick them up on the infield Jumbotron and see Scuba Steve, purple colors, is your leader there. Just Port It is next over. And Big Bad Joe, as they continue on behind the trees, they'll come back in view at the top of the straight. And they'll turn and have a look at fence 7 of 22, Scuba Steve. Your leader at this point by 2.5, Just Port It. Big Bad Joe is next. Then comes Freeboard in 4th. Music to My Ears is 5th. 3 more to Brands Hatch, Determined Stand. Boncato 8th and One Wild Bird. As they come to us now for the 2nd of 4 under the wire. Scuba Steve is your leader. Couple lengths to the good of Just Port It. And then comes Big Bad Joe as they make the turn now and head to the back straight. Freeboard is next, then Music to My Ears, Determined Stand. Brands Hatch, One Wild Bird, and Boncato is 9th now. As they make the turn and head to the back straight. Fairly quick pace here for this length of a race. Scuba Steve is your leader and moving well on the front. About 3 now on top of Just Port It, and 4 more back to Big Bad Joe. Freeboard on the outside next, and then comes Music to My Ears as they make the right-hand turn and move behind the Petit Bois there with Scuba Steve. Your leader, 2.5, Just Port It. Big Bad Joe, 5 lengths back. Then comes Freeboard and Music to My Ears as they continue on along behind the trees with Scuba Steve still the leader. Just Port It, Big Bad Joe is next. Then comes Freeboard as they make the turn now and come to us at the top of the straight. Scuba Steve with Just Port It in pursuit there as they make the right-hand turn now and in view at the top of the straight. One more circuit to go here in the Radnor Hunt Cup, and Scuba Steve has led from the first fence and is in front here by 2.5 over Just Port It. Big Bad Joe is next. Then Freeboard, Music to My Ears, 5th, One Wild Bird. Now in the 6th spot, Determined Stand, Boncato, and Brands Hatch. As they come to us now, over the 15th, up 22 and 1 more lap to go. Whoa, and the rider hangs on there. Carl Rafter, a bit of a bobble, but stays on Scuba Steve and stays on the lead as they make the turn for the final run. It's 2.5 to Just Port It. Music to My Ears. Now in 3rd, then comes Big Bad Joe. That one is 4th. Freeboard to the outside, then Determined Stand, Boncato, and One Wild Bird appears. Brands Hatch has been pulled up. Scuba Steve and Just Port It. These two have been at each other now for 2.5 miles, and the pace quickens as they head down the back straight. They'll go to this fence on even terms as they head down the back straight. Just Port It and Scuba Steve. It's about 5 back to Determined Stand as they're out of view now. And head down the back straight for the final time. Scuba Steve has the lead by 3. Just Port It, still in striking distance. About 8 to Music to My Ears. Determined Stand, Boncato. One Wild Bird is next. Scuba Steve now trying to hang on to the lead. Just Port It is next. 4 back to Music to My Ears and Determined Stand as they make the turn now. And Carl Rafter nudges Scuba Steve along there in front by 3. Just Port It is going to try and make up some ground here as they come to the top of the straight. Music to My Ears is next as they make the right-hand turn now and turn for home with 1 fence to go in the Radnor Hunt Cup. Scuba Steve, Just Port It now is alongside, and One Wild Bird is also right there. Look at this finish now. Here they come to the 22nd and final. Just Port It has the lead. Scuba Steve, One Wild Bird, Music to My Ears is next, and Just Port It has the lead by 2.5. The whips are out. One Wild Bird with the pink colors may have something to say. Music to My Ears is next, then Scuba Steve. Here they come to the wire, and One Wild Bird from last to first in the Radnor Hunt Cup.
I'd like to draw your attention to the winner's circle to present the Radnor Hunt Challenge Cup in memory of George Shawbridge Sr. Our
81st running of the National Hunt Cup. Away in a perfect start, and Triple Kin for the early lead. Complete Zen is next. Then comes Tis Silk. All together next, Italian Wedding Demonstrative and Call You in 10 is 7th as they jump the 2nd of 14. To the wire for the first of 3 times, and Triple Kin has the lead by 2. Complete Zen is next, Tis Silk, and All Together is next. 2.5 back to Demonstrative, Italian Wedding in 6th, and Call You in 10 as they jump the 3rd. Right-hand turn to the back straight. Fence 4 coming up, and Triple Kin has the lead here, 2.5 over Complete Zen. All together, about 5 off the pace in 3rd. Then comes Tis Silk on the outside, Italian Wedding Demonstrative, and Call You in 10 is 7th as they jump the 5th and head down the back straight for the first time. Triple Kin, you see there on the Jumbotron, is your leader as they continue on down the back straight. With Triple Kin on the lead, 2.5 to the good of Complete Zen. Then comes All Together. Tis Silk is next. Behind the trees now, we pick them up on the Jumbotron, and Triple Kin is the leader. Complete Zen with the green blinkers there in 2nd as they make their way around the turn. They'll make the right-hand turn and come back in view. Triple Kin is your leader. Complete Zen next, then All Together, and Tis Silk as they emerge now at the top of the straight. And turn towards us now with Triple Kin on top by 3 here. Complete Zen is next, then All Together. Tis Silk next over. Then comes Italian Wedding, Call You in 10, Demonstrative. And halfway home now in the National Hunt Cup. Triple Triplekin is the leader by 2.5. Complete Zen stalks the leader in second, 2.5 to all together. Tis Silk is fourth. 4 lengths back, Italian Wedding. Demonstrative is next. And Call You in 10 as they make the right-hand turn and head to the back straight. For the final time, Triplekin has the lead by 2.5. All together and Complete Zen, they are together as a team stalking the leader. Then comes Tis Silk racing fourth. Italian Wedding is next, Demonstrative, and Call You in 10 as they head to the back straight now, 4 fences from home. In the National Hunt Cup, they take the right-hand turn behind the trees, and Triplekin is your leader. Complete Zen and all together. They're just behind the leader, 2.5, Tis Silk, and then comes Call You in 10 towards the inside as they continue on down the back straight. And Triplekin gets a pump there and has the lead by 2.5. Complete Zen is next. Then comes All Together as they make the right-hand turn and come up the hill now. Triplekin has the lead all together. Now to challenge that one, and Complete Zen is next as they come up the hill now and make the right-hand turn. 2 fences from home now. And at the top of the straight now, All Together and Complete Zen. They are together. Triplekin is finished for the day and has dropped back to last. And here they come now, Complete Zen, All Together. 2.5 now. Demonstrative is next. Then Call You in 10 and Italian Wedding. Here they are now at the 14th and final in the National Hunt Cup. All Together has the lead. Complete Zen, the gray on the outside. These two are over together. Demonstrative is next. Final run to the wire now. Shove and All Together on the inside. Complete Zen on the outside. These two to the wire. Moran Junior Steeplechase. There are no changes. Horses to the paddock for race 5.
Here with Rick Boucher, 3-time is a charm for you today. You pretty much have it wrapped up for Jockey of the Day, wouldn't you say?
I've been real lucky today. Real lucky. I took 2 days off last week, and maybe the rest did me good.
Maybe you'll be taking 2 more after today.
No, I'll be back to South Carolina tomorrow.
Never stops. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And they're off in the Moran and Lake Placid. Quickly to the lead. Mabu is next. Then comes 4 Schools and Class Tie as they take the second of 14 and come to the wire for the first of 3 times. Lake Placid is your leader by a length and a half. Mabu is next. Now the margin about 8. Back to 4 Schools and Class Tie as they make the right-hand turn and head to the back straight. Over the third, and Lake Placid is the leader by 2.5. Mabu is next. 3 more to 4 Schools and Class Tie is a somewhat distant fourth at this stage as they head to the back straight for the first time. Lake Placid on the lead. 3.5. Mabu is next. 4 Schools, about 7 off the leader. And Class Tie as they head down the back straight for the first time. Picking him up on the monitor there, you see Lake Placid. the leader by about 4 over Mabu. 4 Schools is next. And Class Tie, as they make their way round the top of the hill, they'll make the right-hand turn. As we see Lake Placid on the Jumbotron there, showing the way by about 3 over Mabu. 4 Schools is next. And Class Tie, as they come up the hill now and back in view at the top of the straight with another circuit to go. Lake Placid by 2.5. Mabu is next. Then 4 Schools, and the margin about 15. Back to Class Tie as they come through the straight now. One more circuit to go. Lake Placid, the leader, Mabu, stalks that one in second. About 5 more lengths to 4 Schools. And Class Tie continues to dawdle back and forth as they come under the wire now for the second time and head to the back straight. Pace quickens up a bit now. Lake Placid has the lead. And the rider, what a job to whoops, almost stays on. Lake Placid unseated his rider, and Mabu now inherits the lead. It's 4 to 4 Schools, followed by Class Tie. As they continue on now with 4 fences from home. Mabu now in sole possession of the lead by about 6 over 4 Schools. Class Tie is next. As they continue on across the top of the hill on the back straight, Mabu well in command now by about 12 over 4 Schools. And Class Tie still on course, but far back as they race round the trees now and come up the hill. It's all Mabu. Well in command now as they come up the hill to the top of the straight. 4 Schools is next. And here they are now in view, top of the straight. It's all Mabu and Patty Young well in command here in the Moran. 4 Schools way back, as is Class Tie. And Mabu has 2 more to negotiate in the Moran. And coming now to the 14th and final, it's all Mabu. Setting up carefully for the last. Over that one, Patty Young takes a look, likes what he sees, and romps home here. An easy winner in the Moran. Four Schools is next. And Class Tie.
In the winner's circle, I'm joined by Tom Boss. He's the trainer of Mabu. Tom, this is the horse's first race this year and the first win. Does that surprise you?
No, he doesn't take much to get fit, this horse, and they had him in training down on the farm in Kentucky for a couple of months, so he was pretty well fit when he came to me a month ago. So, and he's a real good hurdle horse. He exemplifies a hurdle horse, and he wants to win every time.
Away in the Henry Collins, and embarrassed for the lead. Press On. Quickly alongside, Cotton Moon is next, then Dance Faster and Royal Theater as they come to the first of 14 hurdles. Press On gets to the front. Dance Faster next, then embarrassed Cotton Moon on the inside. Royal Theater is fifth as they come under the wire for the first of 3 times. Press On decides to go to the front here and has the lead by 3. Dance Faster is next, followed by Embarrassed, Royal Theater, and Cotton Moon together at the back as they head to the third of 14 hurdles and make their way to the back straight. Dance Faster has the lead by 2. Press On is next. Royal Theater there in third. Then comes Embarrassed and Cotton Moon as they make their way to the back straight. Press On as they make their way across the top of the hill is on the lead by 2.5. Dance Faster there in second, and Embarrassed is next, then Royal Theater and Cotton Moon as we pick them up behind the trees on the monitor now. The infield Jumbotron showing Press On. Light colors and blue cap on the lead here by 2.5. Embarrassed is next with Dance Faster, and Royal Theater is next as they turn and come up the hill now with Press On the lead. Dance Faster next, Embarrassed. Royal Theater and Cotton Moon is about 11 off the pace as they come to the top of the straight now, halfway home in the Collins, and Press On is your leader by 2. Then comes Dance Faster, followed by Embarrassed. Royal Theater next, and Cotton Moon with 6 more hurdles to go here in the Henry Collins. Press On by 4. Dance Faster is next, then Embarrassed. Royal Theater. Cotton Moon still in 5th, about 7 off the pace as the field begins to bunch up now for the final circuit. Press On by ahead. Dance Faster next, 2.5. Embarrassed, then Royal Theater. And 4 back to Cotton Moon as the pace quickens as they head to the back straight for the final time. Press On in front by a length. Dance Faster is next. Embarrassed about 4 off the lead now. 2.5 to Royal Theater and 5 to Cotton Moon as they head down the back straight for the final time. There's Press On being urged on here on the lead. Dance Faster is next, then comes Embarrassed. Royal Theater and about 6 back to Cotton Moon as they head behind the trees now, and we pick them up on the Jumbotron. Press On still on the lead here. Dance Faster is next. Embarrassed is third. Royal Theater, Cotton Moon, and Jacob Roberts taps the leader there as they come up the hill now to the top of the straight with 2 fences to go in the Collins. It is Press On by 2.5. Dance Faster is next, then comes Embarrassed, followed by Royal Theater now. And here they are, just 4 lengths now separates the 4 on the top. Embarrassed has the lead. Now Dance Faster next, and Press On is finished for today. Royal Theater is next. Here they come to the 13th now. Embarrassed is over first. Dance Faster on the inside. 2.5 back to Royal Theater now. 14th and final hurdle. Embarrassed is first over. Dance Faster rallies on the inside. 5 to Royal Theater. Dance Faster on the inside. Embarrassed on the outside. These 2 to the wire. And today, congratulations to Patty for his 3rd win on the card.
Ricky Hendricks, the winning trainer of the winning horse of our last race today, Dance Faster. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What's going through your mind right now?
After the race before that, this was a big relief to win that.
What was your strategy going in?
Patty just was going to keep him close and have something to run at the end.
What kind of work do you put into training a horse? What's your strategy? What's your secret? Come on, everyone's listening.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I gallop this horse a lot, and I enjoy him, and he ran a good race today.